it took the reason I knew I had to do my first ayahuasca ceremony was because I was in New York in 2011 and I was in Manhattan, and long story short, but I stumbled into an art gallery named Shamanic Illuminations, which had artwork in there by Pablo Maringo, the famous Peruvian shaman, and also Alex Gray. And I just stumbled in there one Thursday morning, and I'd heard of ayahuasca. It was on my radar, and I was actually heading down to South America, down to Brazil and Peru after this trip in New York, but I wasn't going to drink the medicine. And yeah, that night Alex Gray was having the opening of this exhibition, so I got to go back that night and meet him. And the next week he came back and he gave a talk on plant medicines, ayahuasca, psilocybin mushrooms, LSD, and their benefits for healing. And I just knew that I had to do this now. Like I had to, because I had some fear before all that. Like I had all the normal fears around psychedelics that have been programmed into me and to a lot of you, like for a long period of time. And understanding from his perspective, like the responsible use of psychedelics in a controlled environment where set and setting is an important aspect of the experience, really helped me to show that there's something very valuable to be found there. But it took me and that also, that whole experience of ending up in his gallery really showed me that there is such thing as fate and destiny, and that there is some sort of path, or there is some sort of direction put in our lives to go to explore. And 2 years later, in June 2013, I had my first ayahuasca ceremony, and then it just took off from there. I didn't think I'd end up traveling. I didn't think I'd end up doing as much as I did with it, but it just happened, and it was meant to happen. I'm just very, very grateful for all the experiences, for all the love, the people that I met, the everything. It was just, yeah, I mean, looking back at it now, and given that, I don't even know if I'll do it. I haven't done an ayahuasca ceremony for over a year. I don't know if I'm doing another one again. To look back at those times and to think about the joy, the resilience building as well. That's another big aspect of ayahuasca ceremonies, like to get through a ceremony and be like, whoo, I got through that. Damn, it really puts you in good stead for other aspects of your life. Like there's things I do in life now which I used to think were hard, or just even simple daily things, ugh, what a grudge. And then you think, there's nothing. Remember that third ceremony in Peru when I was getting my ass handed to me by some sort of demonic forces that were spinning around, and I managed to survive. And so the resilience building has been an amazing aspect of it. Yeah, the friendships, the healing that did take place, the purging, the purging of different energetic traumas. But again, whether I didn't go deep enough in, I'm not too sure. But certainly since having Layla, a lot of my childhood stuff, a lot of those childhood traumas and experiences have come back up again, that I hadn't dealt with, that I thought I'd dealt with, but I hadn't. And, it's just the way it is. But what I'm saying is that ayahuasca isn't the cure. It's not going to cure you. And I think a lot of people go into these ceremonies wanting a cure. They're either wanting a cure or some sort of utter transcendent experience that's going to show them the knowledge of the universe. And it just doesn't work that way. You might get glimpses, you might get aspects shown, but I've yet to meet someone who's gone to an ayahuasca ceremony and then come out enlightened. That just doesn't happen.